So yesterday, which was Saturday, I drove down to Allendale, South Carolina to facilitate the IBG, which stands for Inspired to be Great enrichment program that I'm a part of. And after I finished the session with the group of kids that's in the class, I visited with a couple of family members, and then I got on the road, and it had to be about 5:30. So I'm thinking about the route that I'm going to take to go home, and I decided, okay, I'm going to go through Denmark, hit Columbia, hit 26, hit 385, and then I'll be in Greenville. That's the route that I'm going to take. So as I'm driving towards Denmark, it started to rain. I'm like, oh man, this is about to be a long ride. But I kept driving. Once I got into Denmark, the rain started to intensify a little bit. It's not raining cats and dogs, but it's kind of a steady, hard rain. And I'm like, okay, yep, this is really, really about to be a long ride. But I kept driving. As I passed Denmark and passed some other towns and started getting into Nisi, like it started raining cats and dogs. Like it's raining so hard, the rain intensified so much like I can barely see. But what I can see when I look up, I'm looking at the clouds and I'm looking at the clock. And the clock says 6:30, but it looks like it's 10 o'clock. That's how the clouds look. And then you got flashes of lightning, and I'm thinking to myself, D, you might want to turn around. Because you're closer to where your parents stay, which is in Allendale, South Carolina, than Greenville. And what looks like what's ahead is about to be a bad storm, and you're about to drive right into it. And what really got me worried is the car that I was riding with, right? The car that was riding with me, we weren't going the same destination, but we were going in the same direction. They had the emergency blanket on because that's how hard the rain was coming down. That's the only way you can see people. They pull over the side of the road, and they're like, that's a sign, D. You might want to pull over. But a voice kept telling me, keep driving. Now I can't see, but I'm driving. I'm going slow, but I'm driving. Like I'm terrified, but I'm driving. I got all kind of thoughts going through my head, and it's negative thoughts. I'm thinking about how the van truck that's riding on that side could have swerved over and hit me. I'm thinking about how that car can lose control and hit me. I'm thinking about how I can lose control and go off the side of the road and die. I'm thinking about crazy thoughts in my head. I'm thinking about all the possible outcomes. I'm thinking about a tornado that no one saw coming and that I was unable to prepare for, suck me up and throw me. I'm having all of these different thoughts. I'm having all of these negative thoughts in my head. And a lot of us, we go through the same thing. When we're in the midst of the storm, that seems like when the negative thoughts start to come. That's when the thoughts start to come about you should kill yourself. That's when the thoughts start to come that your marriage is over. That's when the thoughts start to come that you ain't gonna make it out of school. That's when the thoughts start to come when you're in the midst of a storm. And I was in the midst of a storm. I couldn't see, but I kept driving. I was scared, but I kept driving. What it taught me, y'all, and I need y'all to listen to me. The voice that keep driving. And as I kept driving, I started seeing the clouds start to clear. I started to see the rain subside. I started to see clear skies ahead. I need y'all to catch this, right? This is going to help somebody. Some of y'all are in the midst of a storm in your life right now. Some of y'all are in the midst of a storm. Your storm is in your finance. You're experiencing a storm in your marriage. You're experiencing a storm in your relationship. You're experiencing a storm in your career. Like you're experiencing a storm in your business right now. And what I'm here today to tell you is just keep driving. I need you to keep driving because there's clear skies ahead. See, what I learned by going through this, right? What I learned by going through this, the storm is just an illusion to distract me from getting to my destination. The storm is just an illusion to distract me from getting to my destination. And a lot of us, we get distracted by the storm, but because we think that we can't make it through the storm, because we think that we can't overcome the storm. So some of us, we end up stopping like the car did, or some of us, we end up turning around because we don't think that we're powerful enough to make it through the storm. And what it taught me is I can make it through the storm if I just keep driving. I can overcome this if I just keep driving. There's only clear skies. But this is the part that's gonna take about 10 or 15 of you to the next level. It's once I got out of the storm and it was clear skies, my dad called me. He don't normally call me on the road, but on this day he called me. But I apologize. My mom called first. She was like, "Hey son, where did you put my keys?" I told her. She was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Oh, but my dad's calling." And she was like, "Okay, go ahead and answer that. He wanted to talk to you." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I pick up the phone and I hung up the phone with my mom and answered the phone with my dad. And he said, "Hey son." I said, "Hey dad." He said, "I'm a little concerned about you." I'm like, "Okay dad, what's up?" He said, "I'm a little concerned about your situation. How is your situation?" And I replied back to him, "Hey, I'm good. We making do." Then he asked the second question. He said, "Son, what is your plan?" Now I'm gonna bring this full circle for y'all because I don't want y'all to miss this. Because those 10 to 15 people, they're gonna need this. Yeah, he told me, y'all, the first question is, he said he was concerned about me. The second question he asked, what was my plan? I need y'all to understand this. When he called, I was out of the storm. I already had the epiphany. The message already came to me once I got out of the storm. So I need y'all to listen to what I'm saying. When he was asking me, when he was saying he was concerned, the first question, what you don't understand is, to give you some context, my parents see me in the storm. My parents have been with me in the storm, so they kind of understand what I'm going through. So what he was basically asking when he said, "I am concerned," he was basically saying, "Son, I can see you in the storm, and as a father, I am concerned. I am concerned about you making it out of the storm, son. I see you, and as a father, I am concerned." I need y'all to catch this. The next question he asks, what is your plan? I just told y'all. I need y'all to listen to this. I told y'all I just went through a storm. He said, "What is your plan?" I just told y'all when it was raining, I kept driving. He said, "What is your plan?" I told y'all when I couldn't see, I kept driving. He said, "Ask me, what is your plan?" I said, "I told y'all when everybody else got on the side of the road, I kept driving. When the skies didn't look good, I kept driving. When things didn't look right, I kept driving. When I was having bad thoughts, I kept driving." So when he asked me what was my plan, I said, "Keep driving." Because I have to get to my destination. And the storm that I'm in is just an illusion to stop me from getting there. So what I'm going to do is keep driving. So my message to y'all right now, you may be in the storm right now. It may look like it's not working out. It may look like it's about to fall apart. But what I need you to do is keep driving. Thank y'all. It's me, Mr. Change Your Mindset.